It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll see the Buccaneers superstar running back. Your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the Buccaneers and the Panthers under the lights on Monday night.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. But tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first-half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw here. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a give right side. It's Bishop. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Bishop. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Young. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 43. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to find Gray here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He leaves this one for Howard. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on a sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get out to the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Back to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
What a sequence there defensively. You get the sack to move him to 3rd and long. Then here, just nothing available. And he's got to throw it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And the pressure gets to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Second down, Young. Underneath, caught by the tight end, Allen. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Young. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Automatic first down.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Now a give right side. It's Bishop, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Young working out of the gun. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So the first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them, and they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Again to Howard up the gut. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Howard up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Young will set to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They'll run on first down. It's Bishop. We'll get this to about the 38. The Panthers at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row. And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that can ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done. Young on third down. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On first down, Bishop. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. It's Young off play action. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Now it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. He pulled that very well because of the drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no one there to stop him. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucks now. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Young looks to throw on first down. And Young will slide to the ground safely as he picks up the first down as well. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
They'll run on first down. It's Bishop, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Young now. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, Young. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. There's the Panthers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. On play action, Young. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That throw by Young incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now a 1st down throw for Young. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Young off the play fake. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line.
One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Final play of the half, Young. Underneath, caught by the tight end, Allen. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the Giants who pick up the victory at home. Quentin Johnston leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they were losers in that one to the visiting LA Chargers. Patrick Mahomes leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. The Cards continue their winning ways as they run their mark to 6-3 with the victory. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle. We have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And the Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On first down, it's Bishop.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
Young to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. First down, Young. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Buccaneers' 26-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And Young's throw there incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number It's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Young. Underneath, caught by the tight end, Allen.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Young's throw there complete to Allen. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Young on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. That seemed to be a run-pass option, but when you're going downfield like that, was it designed to be that way?
It certainly was, because what you're trying to do is draw people up with the fake inside, and hopefully people can run past them downfield. But in any event, I like the aggressiveness taking the shot.
First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first. They'll look to throw. And this pass caught by Grant. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back in.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
A give to Howard.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Howard.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. A gain there of 21 yards.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there.
His 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers are able to widen their advantage. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1 yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, Young.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Young on third down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That third down conversion good for 23.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
They go play action. Young.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Young from the shotgun. That is caught. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
23-yard line.
They'll throw again. Young. Caught by Allen. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Panthers.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Young looks to throw on first down, and he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, second down.
At the 11-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Bishop.
And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Here's Young. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. To throw, Young. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Back to throw here.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at third and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. The big fella. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, a 7-point margin. It's 20-13 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin first and 10.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
It's a pick up of 6. and 4 at the 33-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
39-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Back to throw again. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And the Panthers coming out now. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd down now. It's Bishop,
and he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Young will set to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But that last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. We had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays. His numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. It's Young on 1st down.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
There he goes, left side. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD. That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Back to it after the pick 6. Young. And seeing no options. He just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Now here's Young. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Young working out of the gun. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Again, it's Young. He finds his man, complete. That's Bishop. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Bishop. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now Young. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They go with Howard again. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. On 3rd down, this is Howard. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now a first down throw for Young. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Young on third down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Fourth down, Young. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Buccaneers, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.